And then once SNL came, I could not believe the stars that would come in and what the public had no clue. That is the first time I saw where you have the public persona of all your favorite stars. Oh my God, this one's the greatest, and that one's the greatest, and this one's the greatest, this one. And then you see behind the curtain,
right?
And you're like, oh wow, this is nothing how I was brought up. This is not how I grew up. This is not. Whoa, morals are just thrown out the window. Everything's thrown out the window so one can get better than the other, and they'll do anything to get better. And then not only that, what I saw was nobody cares because there's a billion people they're gonna put to the forefront to become a star. And I watch it over and over and I go, oh, I hope this one's going to be all right. They got this one. It's only a matter of time before we see something with this one. And I saw how they become drug addicts and no one cares. Just get the job done. Let us get our money. And we don't care if you kill yourself. We don't care if you OD. We don't care. I collected my 10. He collected his 20. He collected his $1 billion.
Industry.
And that was one of the most, I will use the word, and I try not to cry, traumatizing things I ever witnessed in my human existence. It was traumatizing. And that's when I started seeing like, well.
And imagine, Jim, you started at the age you did. Imagine these people that started in Nickelodeon and in Disney at age 5, 6, 7.
And what I would see, Sasha, is the children that would come into SNL as just extras.
Yeah.
And their parents.
What parents? Yeah.
But I see it, their parents, but even our society makes you think that is where you want to be.
Yeah.
And here's my child. I don't care if I'm not around them. Take their shirt off. Yeah. Put them in a sexy outfit. Give them whatever drugs they need to learn the lines so I could be part of this.
Exactly.
I'm now important.
Exactly.
And that was horrifying to witness and just see what my own two eyes, the little kid getting groomed and his hair's cut and the little kid talking and speaking a certain way so he can be, and I gotta say, Dave Chappelle, the Dave Chappelle I knew,
right?
He was an incredible mentor and human being to be around, because when we started filming Half Baked, what I learned more was not the movie and all that. That's nothing. The long conversations and deep spiritual, who controls the world? Why are agents in the industry called agents?
Right.
And why are they all from a certain descent? Why? And there's nothing wrong. They were just questions like, that is interesting. Why do they all?
Yeah. And it's all white male bravado.
Correct. And so that is when it really started. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I still struggled with it for years. Like I still kind of, when I finally let go is after probably my the birth of my second child. I was like, I really don't. My kids are not gonna be around forever. I'm not gonna be able to be a dad to a younger child forever. You're always a father your whole life. But that was the real eye opener. And
do you get pressured from handlers or a third party in any shape, way, or form to not say or anything?
No. The only Like I've learned to tap dance around YouTube,
Right.
which I really think you should hit many, many, many platforms,
Right.
especially right here. So, and the reason I say that is because they allow it all. They allow it all. They've been great to me, but they're not allowing everything.
No.
They're not going to allow. They're not going to allow. So when I say have I been pressured, not at all. I don't live by anyone's standard. I don't allow anyone to go, hey man, I wouldn't say that. I don't.
Right.
It's just,
And then
who are you?
And then what about David Chappelle? You say that's not the same person that you used to know. Do you want to get, I don't mind getting into it. Do you think it's some MK Ultra celebrity playing his role? Do you think there's something deeper there? Do you think it's a clone? What? I mean, dude, it's clearly not the same person.
It's I almost feel like I'll just say this. This is all I know. This is all I know. This is the God's honest truth. This is all I know. I know that Dave that when Dave was visited, and that's up for him to tell that story. And that was my first real, like, what do you mean you were visited? And nobody talks about that. Everyone thinks he just ran away to Africa. And, the man was offered $50 million and he walked away.
He came back with seven Netflix series. And he's promoting. He just had another person on Netflix that I forget his name. Doesn't matter. He just had a new Netflix, and it was sponsored by Dave. That means David Chappelle sponsored the last 3 of these comedians that I've seen on Netflix. So someone who walked away from a deal on Oprah's show, which I'm all about all of that, but then comes back and gets all of this. That's a different person.
I can't.
And then last thing, and then one more thing I want to add from the person that I remember watching. What was that David Chappelle show? And I remember honestly an actual quote he said. I'll paraphrase is that, and he was joking like he always does. And this when he was skinny David, and he was saying that the government, from the same government that engineered crack and HIV. This is David Chappelle who was saying that. How long ago? That was probably 15, 16, 17 years ago. Maybe even I don't know. Maybe longer. To the person that he is now. That's why I ask, man. That was the part that made me weary to go on here. Like I don't trust nobody at no time because I know what Hollywood has done. I know what they do, and it's everything you're confirming,